Good day, my friends. Welcome to episode 3 of my Sumerians gameplay series. I'm Icon, and the wall will be finished soon. I promise. And with the completion of this wall, the people in here will finally feel safe enough to upgrade their houses. I know it, and you'll see it too. Once that's done, I'm not sure how to continue. I shut down a lot of businesses here. Namely the pottery workshop and the brewery, because they kind of like blocked the business for my transporters, so we worked around that. So I really wish that there was a little bit of a speed up function in this game, honestly. It's one of the only things I really feel like that's missing. The speed up is not speed up enough, at least in my opinion. So there's a big barley harvest coming in, but I hope we're going to reach it before people start starving again. Alright, the walls are almost finished. I increased my production last year, and that should do some trick. I'm pretty sure we receive a bump again. Yeah, just because that stuff hasn't been moved quickly enough to the granaries. It's really hard to read out how much stuff you need. I'd really love to see in the future versions, like why not display the monthly costs just right here, like most games do. A simple number in brackets showing how much grain I need per month would already do wondrous things for me. Just my thoughts. Meanwhile, we're gonna beauty up this place because we're worth it. Beautifications are really one of the coolest things in this game. They are. I hope that there are gonna be more and more decorations in the longer this game goes. So there are a few flower boxes here. So let's place them down in front of that. A nice garden area. How about a garden in the inner yards? This living area. And let's see, they're columns, bullheads columns. They even increase authority. That's interesting. So the flower boxes, these things also increase authority. Okay, I thought it would be beautification. Dragon statue, bullman statue, lion statue. So now I really want to, oops, that's the wrong direction. Really want to see what I can do for this little temple to make it a little bit more impressive. I feel like these bull columns are just way to go. Gonna put up down a few of these. Just to create some kind of hallway or something like that. And I'll just have a small garden inside that. No. But so these things are what I really started liking about this game. It's completely cosmetic, basically, because authority is already pretty high in this area, but I do like the looks of it. Alright, let's get back into our town. Demolishing all these old buildings, and you see here the shabby looking huts are now replaced by nice looking well, adobe buildings. I don't know, something like that. Alright, wonderful. So that's what the enclosure, what enclosing your place with walls does to your buildings. So the houses themselves now have I don't know. I really haven't checked out what it does for your houses to upgrade them. I never had a really good readout on that end either, so I can only assume. City reputation, trade. Yeah, I'm trying to trade, guys, but I think the number here was less the last time. In city, 3. I only have 3 units of beer left in the city. Hard to imagine where did they go. Where did all the beer go? I produced tons of it. So, do people just use beer at some point and I get no say for what? It just looks like that. Like these things are automatic. Huh. Anyways, we're gonna re-enable the brewery and the pottery workshop. Because it's time to brew. And let's see what how much consumption we see this year. Oh well. Oh yeah, last year is actually good. So we produced 3.4k and we consumed 2.1k. Oh my god. I really need to increase my production of grains. Okay. So the river areas in this zone in this on this map are quite sparse. I took that voluntarily because I felt like I wanted to do a little bit more of a challenge. So, is there a way of building bridges? And can I build bridges over a real, over this here? Or is it just exclusive for canals colliding with another object? So I think proper bridges. That's something I'm missing. Maybe people weren't able to build bridges in that time. Oh. Anyways, it's time to build the temple. The small temple needs mud walls, or better, to be actually built. And I felt like the temple would be one thing we had in the entrance area of this place. Because the ziggurat is something I want to build further inside the town. Here we go. And once that's done, we get to upgrade all these walls. That's a painful process, to say the least, because we're going to need tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of bricks. And then a few more. Well, that's okay. We're going to get there. Meanwhile, let's look at this fabulous temple. I really like how detailed things are in this game. And there we go. So the materials are available. We're tossing bricks in an impressive tempo on that. So now only the workers are left. The workers need to work. So let's see if there's several building stages, or if we only see that grid and then it's done. Most of the time you only see 1 or 2 stages of a building progressing. Neat. I really like that. It comes with its own walls. Walls within walls within walls. People were pretty angsty these days, I'd say. So let's see if there's another stage. But looks like my infrastructure is working out just fine. Yeah, there's even another stage. Can't wait for the ziggurat. But we have to prepare a little bit more for the ziggurat. So I guess that's the last stage before completion. But for such an early version of the game, I'm really impressed. Oh, by the way, we're it's version 0.11 by now. Just a few tiny bug fixes, nothing even worth mentioning in a bigger picture. I don't even think that anything got added content-wise, but look at this beauty. So this thing here is using the same props like I can use by hand. These are the lion statues. I think these are flower boxes. Interesting. Anyways, so the small temple, I really don't know why I should have workers in there, so I'm just gonna reduce that to a teeny tiny amount. Yeah, it's just me. I think the temple should produce more authority if it's fully staffed. It's the only thing I could guess. But I have no clue. Authority-wise, my town looks good. So what I'm gonna do next is to fetch up some more state farms. So we have to build another builder's workshop and another transporter's workshop because they need to be... Oh, is that a transporter? Yeah, okay. I wanted a builder actually, because these are the bare necessities to get any form of business rolling, you know. So we're half in the year. Really want to optimize my my throughput here, so I think I'm gonna go a little bit further. Let's see. Transporter's radius goes down until there. Just wondering where I will expand my public fields, but I think there's yeah, there's still a few slots left there. All right, so I'm going to build my farmer's workshop here. I hope it'll fit somehow in there. No? Okay. It looks like if I just would rotate it, right? It would fit. I said it, and it's just like that. I knew it would. Alright. So, the other big project now will be the upgrading process of all these walls. I really would wish for a button to upgrade these things all at once, because right now I need to select every single piece of wall, and while that might work, it sure is it sure feels like maybe I can shift click, no, double click, no, these are or control click, no. So shift click, double click, or control click are my usual go-to friends if I want to select multiple entities at once. So, well, let's do it like that until then. Alright, so the farmers have been set up, and therefore, state farm time. Oh. Colliding with another object. Oh, I see. That's the issue. I really love how fluent the grid of this game is. This this feels really good for me. Like it gives me the feeling like there's it's my choice how things are aligned. It's my choice to build an orderly town like that, or go zigzag lines and let things just evolve as they want to. That's one thing I really enjoy about this game, and I hope this feature will remain for the future, because that really defines a lot of the fun for me. So here these walls are being constructed. It's a hell of a job. Like upgrading this complete wall complex here will be a lot of work for my guys and girls here. Why can't I upgrade? Ah, it just didn't show up. I see. Okay. My order has been accepted, but the game failed to tell me. I see. I forgive you, game. I'm not like that. I'm friendly with early accesses. Okay, so let's check out. The state has ran out of grain again. So, okay then. I disagree, but you do you. So the workers here aren't really okay, I need to change the radius. I want them to be only busy on these fields. Would be really cool if I could assign certain farms to certain farmsteads. That would be actually the ideal solution, in my opinion, because this way I could exactly manage where those farmers are headed to. But well, I gotta say, I've played complete games that had more finicky and less forgiving methods of building and organizing things, so this game is in a good way. Okay, so we're dawdling around 1K people constantly, and well, sadly, it's almost the end of the content of this game, because besides building a ziggurat, there's not much more to do until now. I mean, sure, there's this Titanic map, which I could try to fill somehow, but well, right now I don't know why and with what. So I feel like what this game still really needs are milestones. Things allowing you certain new buildings, new things to do. There's the biggest issue I have with this game right now is it feels like there's nothing to work towards after you've completed your first temple buildings. So let's hope that the famines will be gone. And yeah, the food situation is also quite a tad feels a tad bit ridiculous here, because you're not really it feels like you're not really given a chance to really understand how your economy flows and how it evolves and such things. But since nothing worse than a little bump in the population happens to you if you fail to have enough grain in your treasury, I think the big problems of that are negligible. You know, it's just me. All right. So these builders here, busy, good. So what I want to try now is to establish more donkeys on my transporters. Sure, we're suffering from grain shortages the whole time, but well, whatever. Donkeys will oddly enough alleviate that problem, because right now most of my problem comes from a lack of distribution and transportation. Yeah. Like these transporters are still transporting grains from the farming building to the granary. So, well, I think one of the biggest issues is the game doesn't really tell you how important donkeys are. That's one thing I'm realizing, because I've just seen that a regular transporter without a donkey just carried around 25 units of grain per tour, and suddenly I'm not surprised at all anymore about the fact that they don't get the job done in time. I'm really not surprised anymore. So, buying artifacts for the inside of the temple. I have no clue what that does. So, temple artifacts increase religious reputation. So, that sounds like religious reputation is a thing that doesn't do anything so far. Better salaries increases religious reputation. Okay. So, let's see. Is that something here? Well, the temple reputation is huge, so I'd say we're doing just fine. Alright. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me like people would only need to transport the grain into granaries, and then it's in your bank, and then people can eat it. The food doesn't need to be actually distributed into the houses, so It's gonna be a helpful tactic. Alright, so yeah, we're at this moment again, and I'm just, you know what? We're just gonna construct yet another builder's workshop here to get things going a tad bit faster, because I'm tired of waiting for such a long time. When at many spots it's really a workforce issue, and I'll just set up another transporter's workshop right there. So yeah, maybe there's gonna be improved transportation buildings in the future. Maybe some technology trees. Such things always are nifty and handy to upgrade existing things. What I really like about this game, though, is I'm really truly enjoying myself, even though there are so many funky little issues with the game. Okay. More farmers, and I'll just try if that works out. Like I said, just building a granary there could be absolutely solving the problem by shortening the transport ways. Who knows? I certainly don't. So let's give those builders more permissions, and let's see. I should be finally overproducing grain, I hope. So I'm quite surprised how much grain these guys consume. Alright friends, I'm gonna pause this video for a moment, because it's just waiting for walls right now. Be right back, friends. So there we are, slowly reaching completion. I did a... ooh, that's a funky graphic bug. I ended up adding another brickyard. I realized that I forgot turning on the clay pit, so there was no beer brewed at all, but we getting there. So meanwhile, my builders are slowly completing the last few sections of wall. Well, there's still the necessity of bricks to be delivered, but we slowly getting there. There's so much happening around here, so let's check out what the transporters are doing here. So yeah, they are really transporting the goods right away into the granary, but not into the... Okay, so right now transporters don't seem to be able to realize which granary is closer, so I would need to... Oh my god. Oh well, maybe we can talk about talk with our workers in the future, so they might be able to be configured to a certain what's it called again, farm, and storage building. Would be really awesome if there would be a way of micromanaging the transporters a little bit more directly. All right, so there's only 2 more pieces of wall that need to be worked on. So I'll be right back. So there we are. The last few percent of the last piece of wall are being finished. So far, things take a little bit long here, but, well, I configured everything according to plan, I wanted to say. Oh, we're gonna receive yet another bump, unless my harvesters and my transporters are working well this year. So it's really difficult to keep your food production at a good level to some degree. It's really it's really odd. Did I get... Why do I have so much grain all of a sudden? Okay, so brick wall high and low. What? So let's see. There we go. So we have brick walls enclosed around that, and this bad boy will need 2,000 bricks. Oh my god. I haven't taken that into consideration, but it doesn't matter. So we're gonna plop it down, and yeah, well, 2,000 bricks will be quite a pain to be made, but the good news, it should be quite doable, honestly. So that's gonna be a really, really big project, and I'd say it's gonna be enough work for another episode. I thought we would be finished with that way quicker, so it seems like we had another citizen bump, but it didn't show me anything here. Okay, interesting. Well, there we go. Wow, it's all the builders in the vicinity are working on it, and they really, really do deliver quite a pace here. Like we already have 10% of the necessary materials in here. Nice. So really didn't expect that to be this fast. So far, I really wonder what religious authority is meant to implement into the game, because there's really little to no readout whatsoever what it does for your folks. But well, yay! There's the first foundations of the ziggurat. Oh man, it's looking really good, gotta say. So, here slows down the brick production. So, well, these transporter guys don't feel like they have to transport construction materials. Sometimes I really don't get the prioritizations of your folks. So, but if nobody's transporting anything into this into the vicinity of this area, who does then? Like, none of my transporters are out of house, and it's like nobody does anything, but progress is being made. Well, since I have a hard time telling how long this will take, well, it's a little bit of a tough decision there. I don't want to open up yet another episode, just to show you guys how this thing's being built. So I just decided that we're gonna complete it in this episode. So I'm gonna pause yet again until it goes into the next stage. Be right back, friends. So after a short phase of construction, we have this wonderful little thingy here, and I just realized that I'll just go forth and set up more and more of the necessary buildings, because right now we're just I'm just rushing towards a last goal, so therefore it won't be hurting anybody if I just over-exaggerate like this by setting up way too many brickyards. So one mud pit was supporting 4 of these, so we're gonna do this the same here. If there's not enough workers yet, we're gonna create more worker space. Okay, they don't really need more worker space. Okay. Really feel like the game needs more projects like these, where we're allowed to try around any larger scale, you know. Alright, let's see. This should speed up things. Be right back after a short pause. Alright, so I decided to give up for this episode and return on the next episode. I just realized that we're just gonna finish the ziggurat and do a little bit of other things that I realized that were still possible in the next episode. Possibly a shorter one, but yeah. I just realized that brute forcing this here wouldn't be any fun at all. I even had to reload the game because the last grain bump obviously bugged out the game and made it impossible for some things to proceed. Anyways, friends, thanks so much for watching. We're going to complete that bad boy next episode. And drop a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe. And also what I'm going to do next episode is upgrading those houses because I finally understood how. See you then. Bye-bye.